Skrillo, and welcome to another exciting episode of Peter Fershlogner's douche internet reviews for douches who like internet reviews. That's right, I'm back. Fuck yeah. Oops. I mean, heck yes. We don't want to upset YouTube, you know, because if you step out of line now on this platform, they'll just fuck you in the ass. Just shove it right in there. That's right, you can't demonetize me if I demonetize myself. Sorry, it's just the isolation's gotten to me a bit. I apologize to my corporate overlords at YouTube. Forgive me. I love YouTube and I love corporations. Anyways, today we'll be reviewing a child-friendly game that even a dumb baby like yourself could beat, and that game is Ecco Jr. for the Sega Genesis. So without further ado, it's time to review. So, Ecco Jr. is a game where you play as Ecco and his friends as they journey across the ocean on an adventure to find Big Blue. That's right, kids, it's time to get busy collecting stuff and shit, and I'm already falling asleep. Ecco Jr. is, unfortunately, a part of the Ecco universe. It's from the same creators as Ecco the Dolphin and Tides of Time, but as you may have noticed, this game is a tad bit different from its predecessors. For starters, unlike the first two Ecco games, in Ecco Jr. there is a distinct lack of dangerous environments, difficult boss fights, challenging puzzles, and adult themes like time travel and metaphysics. But it's cool because you can play as 3 different characters. Whoa! Ecco, Tara, and Kitney? You also have the ability to switch between these 3 characters at any time during the game. That's right, Grand Theft Auto 5 ripped off Ecco Jr. Disgusting. Of course, I chose to play as Ecco, he is the star after all, and I didn't really play much as the other characters since they all control the same, but I did try them out. These dolphins are adorable. Alright, let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay in Ecco Jr. is somewhat familiar if you've played the other Ecco games. You've got the 8-directional movement, and the C button allows you to swim faster. However, in this game, there is no dash attack, as there's no need to attack anything. There's also obviously no health bar, since nothing can attack you, and there's no need to surface for oxygen, because kids don't need to be assed with complex game mechanics like breathing. You also can't eat fish in this game. I guess that would be too violent, or maybe there's just no need to eat them since you don't have a health bar to refill. Either way, the gameplay feels incredibly empty when compared to the other Ecco games. There's really nothing to do but move about the ocean completing menial tasks with practically no obstacles to overcome, and the few obstacles that do obstruct your movement are laughable. The terrifying, life force consuming vortex creatures of the previous games have been replaced with impotent sharks, stingless jellyfish, and some slightly inconvenient crabs. I once had to deal with a case of slightly inconvenient crabs. They cornered me in an alleyway in South Phoenix. One of them told me to remove my pants. I refused. They didn't know I was packing. I fired 2 shots. It was self-defense. My point is that the environment in Ecco Jr. is padded and safe, which is not something I've come to expect from an Ecco game. It just feels so wrong swimming around leisurely and not having to worry about running into anything dangerous. Instead of vigorously attempting to overcome absurdly difficult challenges, I'm farting around playing musical rings and helping mothers find their babies, because for some reason it is canon in the Ecco universe that mothers are constantly losing their babies. Although in this case, I guess it would be the father losing his babies since it's the male seahorse who carries his young. But I still don't understand how he could lose his kids. I mean, how do you lose your baby if you're a seahorse? You're a fucking seahorse. There's nothing else for you to do. You just eat shit and keep an eye on your fucking kids. Uh-oh, looks like Mother Turtle lost her egg. Help bring her baby turtle back to her. I don't think Mother Turtle lost her egg. I have a sneaking suspicion she left it there on purpose. She probably traded it to a seagull for some meth. I mean, look, it's just a scientific fact that sea turtles are shitty mothers. They don't really have an interest in raising their young, okay? They just fart 100 eggs into the sand and then dip out. Hey, here's a fun fact, kids. Mother sea turtles have been known to consume 10 to 15 margaritas a day in order to forget the fact that only 1 in 1,000 of their babies will survive to adulthood. Put that shit on YouTube, kids. Speaking of shitty moms, remember the orca levels in Tides of Time where you have to find and secure the baby orcas and return them to their mother? Well, the baby rescue stages in Ecco Jr. are nothing like that. You see, in Tides of Time, rescuing the orca babies required you to overcome obstacles and enemies, and you were required to search for multiple babies in a much larger and significantly more dangerous environment, a challenge that is never present in Ecco Jr. I mean, there's really nothing stopping you from finding anything in this game, especially given the crutch that is your echolocation. You see, Ecco Jr. doesn't have a map feature like the first two Ecco games. Instead, you use your echolocation to find your current objective by shrieking into the void and waiting for the void to shriek back. It's practically infallible, and you can use it as many times as you like without any sort of penalty whatsoever, so it's really only a matter of time before you find what you're looking for in this game, which just takes the fun out of everything. There's no danger, no challenge, no sense of dread. You don't even have to avoid the sharks. The fucking sharks in this game can't harm you. I guess these fellas just don't know an easy mark when they see one. I mean, Ecco's basically a fucking hapless marshmallow, just a soft-ass, gift-wrapped meal floating right in front of bloodthirsty prehistoric predators, and they still won't bite. Which is fine, I guess, in an Ecco game. No, it's not. What kind of hippie bullshit is this? The ocean is terrifying and filled with monsters and mercury and plastic straws. There are things in the deep whose eyes could pierce your very soul, whose teeth would rip your flesh. They move through complete darkness, dwell in the absence of light. The abyss is their abode. And none of them are in this game. Instead, we get this fucking doofus. God, look at him. High on life. Fucking drug addict, but whatever, I get it, it's a kid's game. I don't want it to be a kid's game. I want it to be Ecco. You know, frustratingly difficult and filled with dark and scary imagery. Not happy and fun and filled with joy. I mean, I'm playing fish soccer with a seahorse here, and it's not even remotely challenging because, let's be honest, seahorses make terrible goalies, okay? They fucking suck. Their brains are tiny and they only have one single appendage, which is just a flailing wiener-like tendril. My point is that you spend a majority of this game completing menial tasks with almost no environmental resistance. Most of the time, you're just collecting and relocating objects. It's basically just FETCHQUEST the game. Hey, bring the seal his ball bag. Hey, bring the seahorse his kid bag. Hey, bring these rings back to these ring slots and then swim through them and play a stupid song and go f*** yourself. And the fact that there are almost no external factors preventing you from completing these tasks just makes them tiresome. The only time in this game you have to deal with an opposing force, if you can even call it that, is during the occasional bout of tag. But even then, playing tag with an NPC in Ecco Jr. is one of the easiest tasks I've ever been asked to accomplish in a video game. In fact, it is so easy that I will complete a stage right now using only my right ass cheek. Allow me to demonstrate.
Out of 10, ass-tastic.
Look, the puzzles in the original Ecco games were challenging to the point of frustration. It was a fight to get through them, and it felt good to overcome them, but the puzzles in this game are just absurdly easy and uninspired. They remind me of those puzzles they leave out for children in the pediatric waiting rooms. You know the ones. They're not really meant to challenge the children, they're just meant to distract and entertain them so that they don't band together and burn the building down while mommy browses social media, because children, when left to their own devices, are a threat to society. They live outside the system, like animals, and that's why they must be sedated and indoctrinated, as we all were. Sorry to go off the rails a bit there. I still get reminded of Pink Floyd every time I play an Ecco game, even one as boring as this. Oh, that reminds me, I should talk about the music in this game, considering that the music is a big part of why I love Ecco games. The songs in Ecco the Dolphin and Tides of Time had a dark and foreboding vibe to them, and they felt mysterious and almost alien in origin. However, the music in Ecco Jr. is a little more adventurous, but it still manages to feel otherworldly. It's actually very enjoyable, but it definitely feels more lighthearted, which is most likely an attempt to tone down the dark atmosphere of the previous games. I mean, it's obvious this is a kid's game. Even Ecco himself has been remodeled to fit the more child-friendly environment of Ecco Jr. Just look how big his fucking head is! You could tattoo the Declaration of Independence word for word on this dolphin's forehead and there'd still be room for YouTube's terms of service. Look, all I'm saying is that children have large heads, and this dolphin has a large head, therefore he's easily identifiable as a child, which makes sense because this is a game for children. This game is so boring that I'm literally going to take a nap. I'll see you guys in an hour. He killed our brothers, cut them down like dogs.
Revenge is not worth the risk. Earth is a lost cause.
I am not asking for a full-scale invasion. I'm merely suggesting a small war party, only large enough to take on the threat. Then we shall send a small war party to Earth to find this Peter and eliminate him discreetly. Do not make yourselves known to any nearby systems.
Sire, I implore you to reconsider. I have heard rumblings outside the council that suggest this Peter may very well be the chosen one.
Nothing more than rumors, Oliver. Rumors perpetuated by Chiropteran.
Perhaps. And perhaps their skirmishes with this entity should serve as a warning to you. Perhaps you should think long and hard before seeking your vengeance, Charles.
I do not require your blessing to travel to Earth. This man slaughtered our family, and he must be brought to justice. He is a menace to the galaxy, and it is my duty to relieve him of his existence. I shall lead the war party myself.
Fine. Go there if you so desire, but I will not be joining you, nor will I supply your efforts. This is a foolish endeavor, and you may not return to hear me say that I told you so.
So be it. Oh, right, I was reviewing the game. Okay, so look, I'm just gonna level with you all here and admit that I don't give a shit about the events in this game. I don't give a shit about musical rings, I don't give a shit about playing tag, and I don't give a shit about this seal or his ball. Why am I even on this journey to meet Big Blue? What am I gonna do when I get there? Stare at his big blue ass? Is there really nothing better for a young Ecco to do? Given the depth of the world in the previous games, I honestly expected something significant. Could you imagine how awesome this game could have been if the creators had incorporated some of the darker and more interesting elements of Ecco lore into it? But no, instead of diving into deep oceans and dark worlds filled with danger and intrigue, you're stuck splashing around in the shallow end of the kiddie pool with this jackass. Gross. Look, people have a fascination with exploring undiscovered alien worlds, and the deep ocean is the closest we can come to exploring those worlds. It's why the Ecco games were so appealing to me in the first place. Ed Annunziata took the concept of traveling deep into the unknown and turned it into a fun and challenging video game experience. Another game that did this masterfully, and one that I consider to be a modern masterpiece, is Subnautica. But perhaps I shall save my opinions on that game for another review. My point is that the elements that pulled me into the Ecco franchise are not present in this game. Everything in Ecco Jr. takes place in a significantly smaller and much safer environment. And I know this is a kid's game, okay? I knew it was a kid's game when I saw that shitty stamp of approval from the fucking soccer mom Sega club, but I just expected more out of an Ecco game, you know? Alright, maybe I'm being a little salty, or briny as they say in the ocean. Honestly, it's fine that there's an Ecco game for kids. I mean, I'm sure back when the Ecco games were coming out, there were a lot of pussies complaining about the difficulty of the game, which more than likely led the creators to want to make a sequel or prequel that was a little more marketable. And there's no bigger market than dumb babies. I just feel like there was so much potential left in the Ecco franchise when this game was released. Just imagine if we had Ecco 3, Cthulhu's from the Deep, or imagine a spin-off game where you play as Trelia in an alternate timeline where she alone must save the asteroid and the Earth from the vortex creatures. We could even have had an Ecco prequel where, after losing his mother to the shark attack, Ecco is enticed by the alluring world of underwater organized crime and is taken in by a local street gang, only to later discover that they were on the payroll of the interdimensional Squid Mafia, the very same interdimensional Squid Mafia that was responsible for putting the hit out on Ecco's mother in the first place. And now, he's forced to choose between a life of luxury or the sweet catharsis of vengeance. Anyways, it's time for me to stop fantasizing and end this boring adventure once and for all, because I have to take a poop, And I'm an adult, which means I actually have to physically get up and go use the bathroom. I mean, if I was a dumb baby, I'd be wearing a diaper, and then I could just sit here all day shitting my pants and playing tag. But I'm a man, and I have important things to do. Like reheat hamburger helper with shredded cheese on top. Alright, so we only have one more stage to complete before meeting the great and wise Big Blue. All that's left to do is collect our friends and sally forth, which shouldn't be too hard considering how tiny these stages are. Oh, what a surprise! There she is, like 3 yards away from me. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could hear her rip a fart at the beginning of this stage. That's how close these characters are. Oh, what a challenge I have overcome. Now for my reward, meeting Big Blue. Okay, so like, what am I supposed to do here? Wake up, dicks! It's time for the thrilling conclusion of the game! Oh wait, one of them is moving! Well, that was a tad bit under-f***ing-whelming! I mean, seriously, that's it? All that happens is that one of the whales goes to the surface of the ocean to breathe and has some kind of f***ing stroke. And why are there 2 of them? Which one is Big Blue? I don't care. It's over. That's the end. We did it. Oh, now we get to sit here and watch every crystal we've collected explode. Well, all that really did was drive home the monotony of this game. You know, maybe it's not so bad that occasionally a game is easy and I'm able to just slide right through it without a worry or care. Yeah, it's kind of relaxing not having to deal with some crazy bullshit. Hark! Is that the familiar bellow of approaching crazy bullshit I hear? Well, you know what they say. Complacency is for the weak. Did somebody order a pizza with extra f***ing shotgun? Hold your fire! There's been enough bloodshed, Peter. You f***ers should never have come back to planet Earth. Well, no matter. The gig is up. You've slaughtered most of my men, so I suppose I should admit I did not come here for you. I've come for the dagger, Peter. Dagger, 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 dagger. Nope, not ringing a bell. You lie. We tracked the dagger to Earth. The high number of chiropterans were a dead giveaway. We know it's in your possession. You've got till the count of 1 to get the f*** out of my house forever and never come back. Give us the dagger, Peter, or I will call down the full fleet and your planet will be liquefied by 1,000 plasma cannons. 1. It seems as though you've run out of ammunition. That it does. It seems there's only one thing left to do. Yes. Die. Wrong! I summon Walrus Chen! Sicken, girl! Jeez. Well, time to go get another magazine. Alright. Now time to go reheat that hamburger helper. So, what did I think of Ecco Jr.? Well, perhaps I shall deliver to thee my opinion via bars over a funky fresh beat. Yo yo yo, Petrus on the mic. Somebody say fetch quest, fetch quest. I'm so bored I need a headrest. Gotta find the exit, filling up the chest, bitch. Looking for a ring, bringing shit to the next fish. This shit sucks dick, give me back Vortex. I don't really feel like what I'm doing is important. Looking for this turtle's lost kid is fucking boring. Nothing in this game is supplying me with endorphins. I don't give a shit about a seahorse orphan suffering with nothing to do in this ocean but chill with a porky fucking puffer. Give me Medusa in the machine, motherfucker. How you go from battling, time traveling, jaw shattering, badass who saves the world, to having to farm clams at the bottom of the ocean and poke around their butts till you find the pearls. This is not what I expected. Nothing is challenging, nothing is hectic, nothing is capable, nothing's a threat. Just find object and move on to the next. I'm bored, this shit's weak. Tag, you're it. I'm falling asleep. Yeah, if you couldn't already tell, I did not enjoy this game, with its one-dimensional plot that drags through small, boring stages and obstacles that amount to nothing more than elementary puzzles. All this game did was make me crave the depth and difficulty of its predecessors. You won't find a massive world rich with lore here. I mean, it took me less than an hour to complete this title, less than an hour to complete an Ecco game that I was playing for the first time ever. This game is so unbelievably easy that your cousin Dave could actually speedrun it. It pains me to feel unfulfilled after playing an Ecco game. I wanted a challenge, but what I got was Ecco Jr. So I guess I'd have to give Ecco Jr. 2 whimpering queeves out of 5. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comments section below. And if you really enjoy these reviews and would like to see them more frequently, please consider donating to my Patreon. If I can hit $1,200 a month, I'll do this full time.
And now it's time for Comments with Peter, the part of the show where Peter reads your stupid fucking comments.
Hello and welcome to Comments with Peter, the part of the show where I read your comments. As you can see, I am wearing this dolphin t-shirt. I promised my murder-prone roommate that I would wear it for the comments section so that it would just elevate the dolphinness in the room. Okay, that's enough of that shit. Time to see what you
Awesome and dedicated fans who are truly the lifeblood of this show, please do not unsubscribe.
have to say. Sup. Hello. Hey Peter, leaving this comment to help you in YouTube's algorithm. Looking at your subscriber count, I can tell you need it. Thank you, and yes I do. Fershlogner, thanks for keeping my spirits up in quarantine. Come shelter in place with me and you can baff my cake any day. Whoa! I'd definitely baff your cake if you weren't a tiny kitten. You have fellas, they were gaming on your couch in the intro. Oh, those are just my roommates, and I think one of them is plotting to kill me. Peter, you're my favorite YouTuber. Keep peddling, bruh. I shall continue to pedal. Liked before this shit even loaded, bitch. Edit, my blind faith was rewarded with even greater glory. Yes, my child, your blind faith will always be rewarded here on Peter Reviews. The douchey internet show for douches brought to you by douches like you. Pete, you looking good, man. You lost some weight too, I see. Keep it up, my man. Thanks. Yeah. Dang, is it really that noticeable? Peter is God. Well, I wouldn't want to compare myself to that loser.
How dare you blaspheme me, you insolent swine!
I was
So help me,
just
I
kidding,
will
Lord.
come down there and smite you like I.
It was a joke.